Hi guys, welcome to another video. In this video, we will be taking a look at all these topics from the past few days. Starting off, we have Google under scrutiny by the Department of Justice. Department of Justice along with 11 state attorney generals have filed a civil antitrust lawsuit against Google. They allege that Google is unlawfully maintaining monopolies through anti-competitive and exclusionary practices in the search and search advertising industry. The antitrust law is, simply put, something in place that would stop businesses with a lot of power and money from playing dirty to make profit. Imagine if Amazon, Snapdeal, eBay, and say Jabong decide to get together. Now, in this situation, this collective has a monopoly over the market, and somebody like Flipkart doesn't stand a chance. And this is a very unfair situation. This kind of monopoly is bad for the end consumer as well, as it reduces competition and thereby will lead to increase in prices. Antitrust laws make sure that something like this doesn't happen. Now, a company growing to hold a majority market share with innovation and unique strategies, that doesn't count as a violation of antitrust laws. Every country has their own laws regarding antitrust, and I am no lawyer to explain all of that. So I'll leave links in the description to some articles I found on antitrust laws in India. Feel free to go through them. So the lawsuit takes into account how Google has been paying smartphone brands like Apple to set Google as the default search engine out of the box. Google's senior vice president Kent Walker addressed the lawsuit and said that the lawsuit is deeply flawed and would do nothing to help consumers. He goes on to compare how Google paying phone companies to put their search engines as a default option is the same as how, say, cereal manufacturers pay supermarkets to put their cereal boxes on shelves that get the most views. What stood out most to me is the amount of advertising Bing got in the post, by Ken showing how easy it is for the user to change the default search engine to Bing on any device. In the wake of this lawsuit, it's particularly interesting to take a look at a Google Chrome bug reported by an iOS developer, Jeff Johnson. He points out even if you ask Chrome to delete all the cookies and site data when you quit the browser, it doesn't apply to all the website. A bug in the browser removed data for every other sites except Google and YouTube. Responding to this, a Google spokesperson said that they were aware of a bug in Chrome that is impacting how cookies are cleared on some first-party Google websites, and they are investigating the same. Oh, speaking of monopoly, Jio 5G seems like it's almost ready to go. Jio is working with Qualcomm to develop 5G solutions in India. The duo has indigenously developed a 5G radio access network which has successfully achieved over 1 Gbps throughput. Reliance Jio Infocom President Matthew Uman said that the product is in fact already tested and validated by a tier 1 carrier in the US. Only a handful of countries still have 1 Gbps 5G network, and looks like with Jio and Qualcomm's partnership, India will also soon enter that list. India is likely to have 5G spectrum auctions in 2021, and make sure you're subscribed for that. Do you guys remember Hummer, the huge car that Arnold used to drive around, or are Dhoni and Harbhajan also have one each? Not gonna lie, growing up I wanted one until I grew up and realized that Hummers have a 5-kilometer mileage. And that was one of the main reasons for GM to finally discontinue the model in 2009. But hey, the Hummer is coming back, this time as an electric vehicle. With an impressive 563-kilometer range and the ability to drive diagonally. Okay. GMC released a rather impressive video render of the car. It looks like a do-it-all car that you can take to office and help you unwind in the weekend. It certainly does look better than the Cybertruck in my opinion. You can essentially pre-book your Hummer from the GMC website, not in India though. Chances are you have never heard of a camera brand by the name Lomography. Well, they make some really quirky film photography cameras. And if you are a photography enthusiast, then you might have heard about or seen this golden looking lens thing. This was actually an old vintage lens, but Lomography now makes them for new age cameras. Lomography announced a new Hydrochrome Soutons Panoramic Bel Air camera. Yeah, that's the name they're going with. The camera takes a standard 35mm film. For the aperture, you get a choice between the lens's built-in f11 opening as well as 4 interchangeable aperture plates at f16, f22, f32 and an f168 pinhole. The shutter speed is limited to 2 options, N normal, which is at 1/100th of a second, or bulb mode. But the highlight of this camera is the lens. You can pour liquid into the lens to add colorful effects to your panoramas. They say you can capture photos with vintage aesthetic, washed out tones, and even add radiant blur. Okay. If that is something you are into, then you can pre-order the Hydrochrome Soutons Panoramic Bel Air camera. Try saying that 5 times fast. For $79. Well, that's it for now. We'll see you soon with some more interesting tech news. In the meantime, you can watch one of our previous videos here. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.